Oh, 7 Commanders. I run a 1080 Ti, but to keep Odyssey running smooth on foot, I play at 1600 by 900. Today, I'll show you the settings I use to balance clarity and FPS so you can enjoy the ground combat and exploration without the stutters. All without having a monster rig to do it. Alright, so to get to your options, click the escape key. You want to head over to options, and then under graphics. So from here, we'll start with display. We have it set to our primary monitor. Once again, the resolution is 1600 by 900. Borderless or full screen works in this area. Borderless is just easier to move your mouse around, so I keep it on that. If you're going to be capping your frame rate at 30 FPS, then you won't need VSync on. If you're going to do 60, then you want VSync enabled, and then you move that up to 60. I keep it at 30 since that's what I have to do when I'm streaming anyway, so I just always cap the game at the max frames for the stream, that way it looks the best. Alright, underneath the quality, we have the model draw distance completely maxed out. The quality textures we have set to medium. Texture filters is anti-stropic times 8. Directional shadow quality is ultra. Spot shadow quality is ultra. Bloom off, blur off, both of these are optional. Anti-aliasing I have off. Super sampling I use 1.5. Then ambient occlusion, we have medium. Environmental quality, we also have set to medium. FX quality is set to high. Particle effects quality is ultra. Depth of field is medium. Material quality is ultra. Galaxy map quality we have set to high. Terrain quality is medium. A lot of these settings have a lot of VRAM requirements, so especially if you're on a 8GB card, you might have to lower your settings a little bit more than this, which is why a lot of people were having issues with the performance inside of Odyssey. Terrain LUT blending we have set to high. Terrain work, we have it at about a quarter or so. It lines up a little bit past the medium. Terrain material quality is ultra. Sampler quality is medium. Terrain checkerboard rendering we have set to off. Jet cone quality is on high. Volumetric effects quality is low. Field of view, this is completely up to you. You can crank it up, you can lower it, whichever way you prefer. And on foot field of view, same thing, that's up to user preference. Alright, so now that I went over what I actually use, let's go over the most important ones inside of the list. So if you're playing on a graphics card that has less than 8GB of VRAM, it's recommended to not do ultra. So this, I would drop down to medium or high, depending on how much performance you're actually getting. Terrain quality, I usually keep it on medium for balance. A lot of this stuff is going to take a lot of VRAM, and it's all just going to add on top of each other, so you have to find the perfect blend for your own system. Now the Galaxy map, I have it set to high for clarity. It just looks better. Now, this is going to allow the flight looks good even at 1600 by 900 because your game's going to be upscaling anyways with the super sampling, so it'll be at the 1080p mark visually for you, and it's going to take a lot of strain off of your graphics card. On foot, it should avoid the stutters when entering sentimental combat zones. If you're still having some issues, then I would tweak a little bit more settings. Definitely anything that requires 8GB or more VRAM, that's where you would want to start with lowering slowly until you get to a point where your game will run properly. Now, a very easy test is just to go to any station and walk around and see how your game's actually performing. It'll do the same on the planet, but inside of a spaceport it's just a little bit easier to get to, and that way you don't have to worry about getting shot in the process. So you should be able to walk around freely, people walking around and not lagging anywhere, so you should be able to look all around the area without having any stutters. If it's doing it correctly with your settings, it should be a completely smooth experience. These settings let me enjoy Odyssey smoothly without stutter. If you're running older hardware or want stable ground combat, try to give this a try. Fly safe out there, Commanders.